What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in Hollywood in Famous Amos Square in front of what is now Restaurant Bossa Nova, because this is the original location of Famous Amos Cookies, the first chocolate chip cookie store in the world. And let me tell you this, Famous Amos, Wally Amos, has an awesome, fun story, and he started this store with the help of some pretty famous and important friends. Let's get into it. So I want to repeat this. In 1975, this cookie store on Sunset in then seedy East Hollywood, Famous Amos, was the world's first chocolate chip cookie store. That's significant. But before that, let's get to the origin of Famous Amos. This is Wally Amos, who was born in Tallahassee and moved to New York when he was 12 years old to live with his aunt, where they often baked cookies together. Amos went to the Air Force and ended up working at William Morris in the copy room, where he worked his way up to become the first black talent agent at any major talent agency in the United States. That's a huge deal. Did I say huge deal? Because he's the one who signed Simon and Garfunkel. He also represented Diana Ross and the Supremes, as well as soul legend and one of my all-time favorites, Marvin Gaye. In the 1970s, with some success under his belt, he decided to go off on his own and tested the job market in Los Angeles. The move backfired and he became disillusioned with show business, but he was remembered because he would always bake cookies, bring them to the meetings, and soon Hollywood tastemakers started to notice. In 1975, with an investment from Marvin Gaye and Helen Reddy, he decided to chase his new dream and open the Famous Amos chocolate chip cookie store on Sunset. Amos and his son would literally stand on crates and drive up and down Sunset Boulevard, hawking their Kraft-made preservative-free cookies. Now, Kraft-made preservative-free was unique at the time, and the cookies were delicious. They were a smash hit, and he sold more than $1 million worth his second year in business. By 1982, revenues reached $12 million, and the cookies were carried in grocery stores coast to coast. The Famous Amos store and that building became renowned in East Hollywood, as stars would often hobnob and enjoy their chocolate chip cookies. However, by 1984, with increased competition from Mrs. Fields, Nabisco, things like that, sales started to slow and Amos had to sell his share of the business. In a typical capitalistic turn, he couldn't even keep the trademark to his own name, Famous Amos. Disillusioned but not deterred, Amos returned to Hawaii, where he had been living off and on, and started the Uncle No Name's Cookie Company. Today, Amos resides in Columbia, South Carolina, where he's deservedly known as the King of Cookies. And his comeback continues with the Cookie Kahuna. And even though he can't use the Famous Amos name, he is the Famous Amos, and it all started right here in Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute.